are we all doing today? How's everything going? How is the new year treating you? We're just having a whole new year conversation. Uh, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope everything's going great. I hope you're excited for today because we have some fun stuff planned. I'm going to let Nia introduce herself while I pull up the chat and say hello to everybody and take it away, Nia.
Hi, I am Nia, the Vixen of Fiction, all over the internet. You can follow me on Instagram, Blue Sky, Twitch, Facebook. I'm not over there a lot, but you can follow me over there. I stream writing productivity and creativity streams on Tuesday nights at 7:30, and I'm also doing that on Twitch on Mondays and Fridays. In the middle of the day. So if you follow me at Vixen of Fiction, the Vixen of Fiction on Instagram, you can come hang out with me. I write historical fiction, sci fi, fantasy, romance. I love to mix the genres. I do some paranormal. I also write under a pen name, which is not disclosed, but you can find some of my work under NV James.
Awesome sauce, and you're on my channel. I am Tiffany TL Russ Lifestyle on the interwebs, and I write under TL Russ. You can find my books, More Contemporary Romance, on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited, and I stream every other Thursday, where you can hang out with me over there with all of my lovely friends. So if you guys have not been here before, this is Small Town World, where we talk about everything small town and how to put together your small towns for your stories or whatever it is that you're doing. And today we are peeling back the curtain a little bit, and we're going to show you some of our stuff that we have doing. And then we're going to do something that's a little bit more interactive. We might try to do a little bit more of these as the year progresses, but we are going to be putting together a menu for if you have restaurants in your town. And first off, I would just like to say, and then I'm going to let Nia say why she does it. One of the reasons why I do menus in my town, or why I like to do these type of things, there's twofold. One is because I will forget. That is the simplest answer I can give you. I will sometimes forget what foods I have mentioned that this restaurant has. So it's just an easy thing for me to know. Plus, it's like, what if I want one person to like one food, but I want somebody else to want something else, or what different things? It gives me a chance to sit there for a few minutes, kind of let my brain work with what this type of place would have. And then when I'm in the middle of the story and I'm like, oh, I need someone to order something, I don't have to like now sit there and do research and pull up Pinterest and pull up Google searches and everything else, trying to figure out what a hamburger place would have or what a pizza place would have, besides like just your everyday pepperoni sausage, meat lovers type of something. So this gives me an opportunity to do it when my head's in it and everything else. And then when I'm in the story, I can just write. So that's the first main reason. And the second reason, which is kind of adjacent to that, is that it's fun, but B, it's a fun way of having extras for your people. You know, like you could share it with your newsletter. You could put it on your website. You could, if you have a Patreon, if you have a Ko-fi, that's something behind the paywall, if you will. If you have a book club on Facebook or Discord or whatever, it's just a fun little extra that you can give away to your people to make them feel a little special and a little fun, and like they're part of the town and part of the people. So yes, Nia, why do you put together maps? We know why you put together maps. Menus.
I put together menus very much for the same reason. I do this stuff anyway. So when I do a lot of world building first. So I already know that I'm going to have these places. So as I start writing my stories, I kind of like more develop these places, and I start, my people go out to eat, they do things. The main thing that they do is they go to usually a coffee shop or some type of cafe or something like that. And so they'll order things, and so I make that part of the story. I think with the Wish series, every couple has a drink. Some of them have even visited the bakery, and so they have their favorite treats. And so all of these things, I've got to keep track of it anyway. So yes, I write them down. But because I'm a visual person, I don't like to just write things down. I like to make the things that so I can see what does this restaurant look like. Yes, and here it is. So we'll go through and you'll see. I'll show you some things that we're going to focus in today on specifically our restaurants and our menus. So um, since we are here, ta-da! Okay, so this is my Ethereal Falls. Um,
I
Tiffany has.
love that cover picture, by the way.
Thank
Like, that
you.
top picture is just absolutely gorgeous.
It's it is so perfect. When I saw it, I was like,
Yes.
this is exactly what I picture in my mind because this is small town, but a small town with paranormal lights. So there is some magic going on in this town, and it just felt perfect. Um,
Mhm.
so what I do is I map out my places. So you're already going to see as I figure out where things are, they come down here on the map. So here's my theater, here's the town center. If you've read any of my stories, you'll see that this is where my two matchmakers, these little fey matchmakers hang out here. And this is where everybody crosses through. You're going somewhere, you're crossing through, and you're gonna run into Zelda and Iris. They're gonna make sure you do because they've got a plan for you to meet your soulmate. And so here is the flower shop. Here is the Iris Inn, and so you see they're almost directly across from each other, and it just makes us. It works very well in the story that way. This Delilah's Sweet Spot Delights. That's a place that's mentioned. So I know where it is. If you're coming from the Iris Inn, I can say that you're walking north on Town Center or going south on Town Center if you're going to the theater. This literally, I will write this in the story, and it it's a detail that I don't know that everybody would notice, but when I'm reading a story, I notice that if you have them going somewhere that should have taken 5 minutes and it's an hour later and they're not there, I'm like, that
Where
was
are
right
you?
over there. How are they not there? Or why were they going north when this place is west? So as a reader, just the way that my brain takes in, I notice these things when someone is crossing. So I try not to do it myself. Am I always perfect on this? No, because even I forget still to write some things down. But when I've got my map here, these are all shops that have already been mentioned, and the main ones get I really highlight them because I really want to know where they are relative to the school. If you met Maddie and Will in the last one, Maddie works at the school. She was walking to school, and that's how her story kind of starts off. And you have the neighborhoods where people live. That's Ned's mail truck, if you guys know. We got a Ned. So this is where I map out where my restaurants are going to go, and where they are in relation to each other, and mostly where they are in relation to town center. Um, so we're gonna scroll down. I have my historical locations and all that stuff. These are all things as we go on, and Tiffany and I will help you out with some of these things if you have
Mhm.
any questions. We have my famous people, my celebrities, our football team. And oh, the cool thing is that two of these people aren't from Ethereal Falls. They're from another series that's adjacent to Ethereal Falls. And then we get down to, so we're here at restaurants. So I have some shops, but we're going to restaurants. And so the number one place is our Shaker Cafe. And so that's the main place where this one's in every single story. Um, and then Equinox, there's a very cool thing about this place. It's a fine dining, so they have wine. So they have some local wine, but I was also able in Ravens Cove, where these two people are from, incorporate a wine that comes from Ravens Cove. So there are fun little nuggets that you can do in your story
Mm-hmm.
that your fan readers are going to catch on and help introduce them to if you want to spread your series out. These little nuggets, little tiny nuggets within these within your story. Um, you'll be able to do that, and you can do that in fun ways. And this is stuff that you're going to give to, like Tiffany said, the people in your newsletter. I do an Ethereal Falls Gazette. Do I have the Gazette up here? Yes. So I do an Ethereal Falls Gazette, and I feature a lot of my restaurants and shops and stuff and events. I feature them in the Gazette. So these are for my readers, for my fans. It's none of this is necessary, but it's what I do anyway. So why not make it pretty and make it something that becomes now shareable? So, what do you want to do? What do you want to do first, Tiff? Do you want to show them kind of a little bit,
Um, well, you're already
and
here. Do
then
you want to pull up one of your menus? And
um,
also, I would like to point out to you guys, I can't tell you how many times Nia is talking about how she wants to make this page pretty. And she's sitting here scrolling at it. And I'm like, she's done it. I don't know why she keeps saying, like, I need to make it pretty. This is gorgeous.
because look at if Tiffany pulls hers up, you will see what I'm talking about. Tiffany
Whatever.
is
This is, yeah, Alicia, I
perfection.
agree. It's beautiful. Like, what is she talking about? I don't even know what she's saying to me right now.
All right. I'm gonna pull up first. I will tell you. Okay, so I created this one. This one's too much. Da, 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 da. So this is just from the poster. So I usually will make a poster for it, and then I will make the menu. I did prices on this. I don't do prices anymore. So the first couple that I made, there are prices on them. Totally not necessary. I don't do those anymore because who
I do
cares?
still do prices. That's interesting. But it
I'm
is
like,
true. Like,
I stopped. I just
I
stopped.
never tell the price of a thing, like in
Right?
my story.
That's
So
what
why do
I
I
realized.
care?
That is exactly what I realized. And then the other thing that happened is when I was doing the Equinox, the fine dining place, I'm like, I really don't know. I don't drink wine or champagne. I have no idea how much these things cost. So I'm like,
I love, you
I
know
did
what
put
it is? I think for me, and especially now that you've said this, I really may have to rethink. I'm sitting here calculating, like, well, how much would a regular
I
pizza
was
cost
I
nowadays?
was doing
And then,
that.
like, it's a small town. Like, would we house for inflation? Like, what do we do? Like, where are we at? Okay, so this is like East Coast
Yes.
versus West Coast. Like, oh my God, this is so freeing. You've just freed me because I can't tell you how
Yes.
many hours I spent
I
trying to
tell
figure
you,
out prices.
I don't know if I did it for this one, but I was doing yes, I did it for this one, and then I think by the time I got to the Equinox, I'm like trying to look up champagnes. I did put a two champagnes on one that was a lower cost champagne and one that's a like $3,000 a bottle because I figured that this is how insane the research is. I'm like, I need a regular champagne for that person who really doesn't have the money, but they're out treating, their loved
Mhm.
one. Like, we're gonna go out fancy. So I wanted to have a champagne that's affordable. So it's like $300 for a bottle of champagne. And then I was like, now we also need the very expensive champagne that's like $2,000 or $3,000 a bottle. And then I realized, what am I doing? I may be
I
doing too much.
adore it.
So no more
Uh,
prices. And my information, Tiffany knows my information is not filled out here. All my stuff is in Google Docs, and I'm transferring slowly. This has been a work in progress. Slowly moving my stuff from Google Docs to a place where I can more easily present it for people that I want to share it with. And so this is the moving process.
I
So
love it.
I'm not showing you my Google Docs. It is like 100 pages of info dump and pictures, just like this. This is nice, and look. I like the way it's all put together, and it's a work in progress. So this is my. I usually do a poster, and then I do a menu in the similar style. I do these in Canva because
Mhm.
Canva will give you great templates that you can start with. And it's sometimes I find something I'm like, "Oh, that's perfect," and I just have to do a little bit of arranging. Sometimes I can't find anything, so I'll take maybe 2 or 3 templates and kinda, like, come up with my own thing because I'm like, they're not giving me exactly what I want, but I like a little bit of this, I like a little bit of that, and so I'll mix and match them. But yeah, I think maybe 3 places I did prices on and then realized, What are you doing? Let's stop with the prices." Um,
I love that.
and then
That's
we
so
have our
freeing to me now. Nothing may ever have a price again.
yes.
Uh,
And you can see that there were spaces where prices could go, and I'm just like, "Yeah, we're not gonna do that anymore." Yeah, but here on this one, you can see I have my wine list, and I gave this one is one wine that's a local from Ethereal Falls, and then I did one wine that's local to what is it called? Ravens Cove, South
oh,
Carolina. And then
I was really
yeah.
trying to think of a spot. I was like, legal, local to what? Hmm. Uh,
Yes. So yeah, these are fun things that you can do
mhm.
um and this one, the bakery. The fun thing about the bakery is that
I love this
I
one.
make a note. I gotta sort more stuff out. Like I need to make a whole section that says the books that they're in. Like Tiffany did show me how you can do the thing where you write books that this place appears in. I don't have that yet, so I have my notes. So this appears in the Mistletoe Masquerade, and they for the couple that's in that they combined their both of their favorite treat into like a raspberry crumble, and they
Ooh.
called it the Knavery because it's Nate Knavery. So I make a note of that they have a
Mhm.
treat that's named after them called the Knavery. Um, and you'll know that it's like a raspberry crumble, yummy, delicious thingamajiggy.
I love that.
But this one is the Shaker Cafe. Their famous drink is the Shakerado. So you can get a Shakerado or a Shakerado latte. So that goes up there, and that's like I put that at the top. So that's like the number one drink on the menu that they're super famous for, and they're called the Shaker Cafe. And then a list
Oh,
of
that's
drinks, and
like
I whenever I
imagine
put my
I
couples in a story, I say what their favorite drinks are.
oh, what was it called? I have to go back and find it. We did that. No, I did that. That wasn't Des. I completely lost what I did. Peachridge. We had oh, Dee still has her headache. Oh, I'm
Oh,
so sorry. Oh, hun. Take a
I hope
nap.
you feel better,
Take
Gregory. Yes,
something,
rest.
whatever it is. Um, feel better. Uh, we had a mountain draft was the tavern, and they had the mountain fries, which were like cheese
Ah,
fries with like meat and all the different stuff, and people always raved about it. So that's like at the top of the menu. When you see it, it says the mountain fries.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta put your staples on your map. For me, this is part of my world building. So it's also this is my notes for my world
Hmm.
as well. If I have a question about something, I can run to my notes and look it up. It's my Wikipedia for my story. It's my story Bible. Um and it's just that you can literally just do it in notes. If you just want to have notes, you can do that. But because I like to do this kind of stuff, I do all this and then
Absolutely.
make it pretty. But this is fun. It's something I would do anyway. It's not something that I'm taking away from time where I should be writing the story. Remember, guys, the most important thing is that we gotta write the
Yes.
story. You can
Yes.
do the pretty later. You can do the pretty, get the story written, take your
And you
notes.
can always like just take notes of what it is
Yes,
that
just
you
take notes.
have in each story, what people are getting, what everybody's doing. And then when you have a downtime, you can do it. It's not something that you have to have. Well, A, it's not something you have to have at all,
Yeah,
but
you
it's
don't have
definitely
to have
not
this.
something you have to have like before you start your story. Or like you realize that they're going out to dinner and you're like, oh my gosh, I need, a restaurant and I need to know everything that they serve at the restaurant and I need to know all the foods and no.
No, you don't need to know all the things.
I have to make a menu to know what no. Not
Nope,
even a
you can
little.
retrofit that stuff or just make a note of it and
Hmm.
keep tabs.
Okay, I'm gonna switch out and I'm gonna show you a couple of mine. So I'm going to come over here. So this is my mountain draft menu. As you can see, like I said, Nia just freed me. I now know I don't have to do prices. Uh, and I'm sorry I made you want fries, Alicia. But uh, so I tried to find some loaded fries pictures when I did this, and all I could find were the cheese fries. So I just did that and put the mountain fries on top of it. And then I like to, and you won't see it so much in this one because this is kind of more, like your everyday. It's just like the picture isn't helping either. Sometimes when I do menus, I like to do them pretty straightforward, like the flight of wings, fried pickles, potato skins, burger bites, Caesar salad wrap, spinach artichoke dip, pretzel sticks. Like I like to do, pretty straightforward. The same. This is my in Peach Ridge. This is my Mexican restaurant. So and you'll notice like the roasted pepper salsa, that was the thing that everybody got. So that was one of the things that I put up all the time was that type of thing. But sometimes you can do fun things. Like if I can get this to come up, this did not come up where it was supposed to come up. Hold on.
That's
Wait, hold on. I don't know what I did. I was trying to move it so you didn't see everything. Cause I like my lovely Nia over here. I had
yeah.
names of upcoming stories.
Yeah, that's why I
No,
had to
you
make sure. I'm
couldn't
like,
see
I
that
don't
part.
have any future stories on here yet. I was like making sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, gotta move
Everything
it.
on here has already been seen. Yes.
I'm like, I had names of upcoming stories and like towns and all kinds of stuff. I was like, hold on. Uh, this is my creamery, my Bliss Creamery that is in the new series that is currently in production. But it's Bliss Ice Cream. And I've used Bliss Ice Cream in a couple of different places, but now this is where, like a couple of different stories, I've had people mention it, but now we're going to see where Bliss actually comes from. And so I just, like Nia, made a little, like this would kind of be their flyer, if you will. And then I just made like these are their regular traditional flavors. But then I had fun looking up what are some ice cream flavors that would be fun, like Pure Bliss, because it's Bliss Creamery, or like Pop Rockin' Mint. So it's mint chocolate chip with pops of fresh fruit and candy. Or American Pie, which is cinnamon ice cream with apple pieces and sugar cookies. To give you like that idea of like your crust. Pucker Up Buttercup is French vanilla with lemon and key lime. So like I like to come up with sometimes some fun type of nicknamey things or different things. I have the Rambling Mississippi, which is chocolate ice cream with hot fudge sauce. And I will sometimes put what the stuff is up under it. So once more, I don't forget.
Yeah.
Not because I was like, oh, I want to know what birthday surprise is. More because I'm going to have somebody get birthday surprise. And then I'll be like, what's in that again?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And then literally the toppings part, not even gonna lie to you guys, that was on the template that was on that I used in Canva. I didn't even touch it. So sometimes you get that type of, like Kismet where I was like, I don't know, what's a good topping? And it had it on there. I was like, those sound good, sure.
And can I just a funny note? When I was looking for toppings, they never had enough, and I was like, "Well, I will have to fill all of these out myself." So I found a wraparound. I put like for my ice creamery, I said your choice of like. I literally just added this note. Your choice of 40 or 25. I don't remember what number of toppings. That way I don't have to worry about it. It's in there. It's in there. If it comes up in a story, I'm not gonna worry about it. It's in there.
I love it. Now I
'Cause I'm
will
like,
do, and I don't know if
I need more
you,
kinds of nuts than just macadamia.
I don't know. Like I said, I didn't
I
even
don't
touch
know
it.
either.
But now
I
that I'm
don't know
looking at
either.
it, I'm like, I don't even eat mango, so I wouldn't have put that. And I
That's
don't really love
interesting.
whipped cream. I was like, but where's the caramel sauce? Like, where's just almond
Right?
flavors? Like, I'm like, hold
Right?
on.
Cookie
But
crumb
now I can think
no
of all
cookie
types of
crumb?
other toppings that I do normally get that I'm like, we don't have any
Cake
bananas?
bites
Like,
or
what's going
brownie
on?
bites?
Uh,
Like, I'm just gonna throw a large number up there, and if I need something, it's there.
I'm like, we don't have marshmallow fluff? Like, what's happening here? Uh, we have to rethink this whole thing. Hot fudge. Thank you, Alicia. I'm like, where's the
Yeah, you
hot
gotta have hot
fudge?
fudge. And I literally called what did I put? Let me look really quick what I said.
Cookie crumbles, waffle chips. Like, I'm like, what is happening? I missed all kinds of stuff. I agree. Esther's got me covered too. Peanuts, almonds, walnuts, etc. We got hot fudge, cookie crumbles,
Yeah.
M&Ms. You guys, like, I'm like,
Yes,
where's all my good, Snickers?
and
Like, what
I
is
put mine
happening?
literally as your choice of toppings and mixers
You know?
because I'm like, I couldn't I'm like, I will use a whole page trying to name
Yeah.
off all the things.
Well, that is why this is
So
2 pages, because I was like, I couldn't figure out how to put all the specialty flavors plus everything else over. So
so
it
hard.
ended up being two
So
pages.
hard.
I don't know if Nia does this, but I do this, and I would recommend it. I always put my website on the menu because I want people to be able to go
Oh,
back to
that's
my
a good
website
idea.
wherever you may see it, whether it's in my newsletter, whether it's like in a social media something, whether it's wherever. I want people to then be able to track back to my website because obviously my website has all of my books and my author bio and how to sign
Right.
up for my newsletter and all the great stuff. So I do make sure that my website is on every single one of
Yeah,
them.
I never knew what to put in that spot, so I would just
Mhm.
put something random from the story, but that is actually an excellent idea to just
Now
put
I will
vixenfiction.com. I like
again
it. I
in the
like it.
sense of going way too deep. I will look up, like, this town is set in Oregon. I did look up Oregon zip codes and area
Oh, I
codes
do that too. Yeah, yeah.
and then just dropped one in.
Yeah, I just make up one that starts the same. I'm like, "Oh, this would be in South Carolina." That's perfect.
Yeah, Alicia says the same thing, that she does it on all of her images with the website. So always have your website on everything. So yeah, so I will do that. One of the other ones, and I'm
Nice.
gonna again stop sharing for just 1 second because I can show you. This might be one of my new favorites. Is my Grill Down Burger place. Because I'm a little obsessed with the Grill Down. I don't know why. I just am. I find it like oodles of fun. Um, but again, I did just like a little flyer for it because I'll also use that. I too, my town has a newspaper as well, so I'll use it in that.
Mhm.
But this is another one where I had fun naming things like Fire Chicken or Doggone It, which was like my hot dog. Beyond the Meat, which was supposed to be like my Impossible Burger. And then I just had fun, like Three's a Crowd, 3 patties, 3 cheese, On Fire, Double Up,
Those are so cute.
Wake Me Up, which is one with like an egg on it, or Aloha with the pineapple, barbecue, type of a something. And so yeah, so I just had fun like kind of playing with some quirky names of different things. Because you can have fun with those, and just kind
Mhm.
of really make it unique to you and to your town and to,
To your story.
yeah. And what would sound fun? Like my characters are generally in my stories a little quirky. So it fully makes sense that they'd be like, oh, totally want to three's a crowd.
Yeah. And it's funny if, say all the guys, their favorite burger is the Three's a Crowd, and
Mhm.
that can be like a reoccurring thing.
Yeah, it came really close to being another 3 name because I write a
Uh-huh,
little
I
smacksy.
bet. Uh-huh.
But I was
Come
like,
on, kids go to this restaurant, come on now.
um, would that work? So, we are going to do some fun stuff, guys. I have to get back to the right page because I lost it. Okay. Um, that's perfect for a why choose.
Mhm.
I love that. Real quick though, I do want to before we get into this. Hey JC, Richard. Now I'm not saying leave us and go over here, but on a replay or something like that, Ben Pick is celebrating his 200th video. So if you guys want to, just pop in and say hi or hit the like button, come back. Go check it out on replay, come back. Bookmark it, come back.
Yes, Ben's
Please
pretty
do, because
awesome.
we do
Good
love the
people.
support, and Ben's one of our great people. So
Yeah.
I did wanted to do that, but also come back.
Don't make me
Okay,
choke
so
on my
this
tea.
I know. I don't have tea today. I did have orange juice though, but I drank it
Nice.
all. We're gonna do. This is gonna be kind of the interactive part. So, this is where we're gonna do some fun stuff. We're gonna go into Canva, and guys, we're gonna create a menu together. So if you guys got a name, like if you have a type of food that you want us to do, right now for some unknown reason, pizza is like on the top of my thing. So when I pull it up, you'll be able to see that. But we can do a hamburger place. We could do an Italian place. We could do a wine place. We can do seafood, whatever it is. We're going to show you exactly how we would set it up. You guys can give us ideas for what foods you would like us to put on there. Real quick before we do this, Nia, how do you figure out your foods? Like, do you when you put your stuff, when you put together your menus? Like, I sometimes I know what it is that I want. Like,
Mm.
I kind of knew the hamburger places, like the hamburger names that I wanted. But like the Mexican restaurant, I looked up Mexican restaurant menus because I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted on there other than the roasted salsa. Because generally, y'all, I'm plain. I'm what do they
Yeah.
call it? The basic right here. I go to a
Yeah.
Mexican restaurant. I get tacos. I get a quesadilla or I get a burrito. Realistically, that's about all I'm doing.
Yeah. I'm similar a little bit. I when I know that I'm gonna use something in my story, I've got a few restaurant ideas and they were jotted down within my world building. So I'm like, I can decide, okay, where are these people going to go? Is somebody allergic to something? Is
Mm,
a character in the story vegan or vegetarian or pescatarian? So these are all things that I think about then I want to put something on the menu that they can eat. So that automatically goes on the menu. If I'm going to use it in a story, it goes on the menu. So I know that that's something that's available. And then the rest of the time, I also am just looking things up, or if Canva gives me some idea. Canva's ideas though are hit and miss, and
yeah,
sometimes very repetitive.
yeah.
So, um, but yeah, I will definitely look it up. I do something more similar to what you do. I do with my code name Penny. That's I write under a pen name. So I try to do a little bit more and different stuff with the pen name. But over here I'm more with the names of the shops. They're either going to
Mhm.
be related to the person who owns them, who's relevant to the story, or have some type of magical or ethereal type of name. So that's why we get the Shaker Cafe or the Infinity Bar, something like that.
Okay.
More than I'm worried about the names, except for that the Shakerado Lotto latte is just something that came about and is a fun little thing in the story because either you love it or you think it's just a milkshake. Where's the coffee? You know what I mean? So
So I would
um
love it if you have to question where the coffee is. Like that
yes,
would probably be my drink. Uh,
yes.
okay,
Um,
cool. All right, so I'm gonna bring this back up. Okay, so like I said, I don't know why pizza is kind of like killing it at the top of my thing. We had Italian and pub food. So let's see what type of menus we kind of see first. If we see anything that would strike our fancy. And I specifically am using this account because I don't have the paid version. So I wanted to show you can do this even if you don't have the paid version. And
Mhm.
make it work for you.
Yeah.
Uh,
So what
because
do you
go ahead.
Yeah. No, no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying because I don't know who has, who doesn't.
Right. So look at all you can do a ton of cool
Mhm.
things without the paid version.
Yeah, I still haven't quite yeah. Oh, okay. This one has one of the little pros, and this one does. But for the most part,
Yeah.
a lot of these, like if you wanted to do something like this, it doesn't have the pro version, and you see it also has the graphics already. Same here. It's not the
Yep.
pro version, and here, and you've got 3 different or 4 different pizza, really 5 actually beyond here, type
Yeah.
of a
So what do
something
you
where
do
you
you wanna
don't have to
do
worry about it.
do you wanna do pub food or you wanna do Italian? Because those are the 2
I don't
suggestions. Or do you wanna
know.
just
I like both. Uh,
you can do a combo then. What about, that one right the first one that's up at the top, maybe? I'm
this
just
one?
looking for one that shows a circle where we can put, different types of food.
Okay,
Or
let's see.
or the one at the bottom right also. Looks like you can throw in a bunch of stuff. We
Bottom.
could do some pub food and throw some pizza
Okay, wait,
and
wait.
some
I
pasta.
just had to.
It's one of those restaurants.
I, pizza is also Italian. Very true.
Yep,
Uh,
it is. It
um,
is.
you were like the bottom left or right, and I was like, and I started to go this way, and I was like, wait, hold on, is she talking about her right? Wait, is she talking about my
I know,
right?
it's funny because I'm scrolling my mouse over it, I'm like, "She can't see me rolling my mouse around it at all."
We're doing great, guys. We're doing really, really great.
I'm
Um,
like, "That one, I'm pointing at it right there." You can't see it.
Also, here's a great idea of something like if you want to do like a social media something, this would be
Mhm.
something fun that you could do. And as you can see, it kind of moves. So if you have
Yep.
like something that you're doing a big burger promo or something like that for one of your menus, like maybe what if your story has someone who it's 3 brothers and they came to this town and they're opening up a burger joint, and like that's what your story centers around. So you could do something like this and use it as kind of a promo to promo that story. So that's another way that you can use it. I've also like how this just has a plain menu. I did a Valentine's Day story where the idea was like it was an extra for my newsletter readers. And so the idea was that they were doing a Valentine Day special like event in the town, and they had their own menu. So I did like a fun little Valentine's one to go
Mhm.
along with that. So you also can do things like that as well. Oh, I was gonna say, what about this? But that one is a pro because I
Yeah.
like that
I
this had a bunch of different things.
usually the further you go down, they start getting more pro stuff, the further
Yeah.
you go down.
What about this? This one's pretty simple, and we can kind of show them how to change out some stuff.
Yep, I like it.
Okay,
I
so we're
like
gonna do
that
this one.
you can throw some graphics in there. It's good.
Okay, so you pick this, comes up, and I'm doing the 11, or no, this is 8.5 by 11, it says. So yeah. And you just click custom template. And so it, there it is, pops up. Also, let's say you get here, but then you're like, what did you say? You wanted to do pub food. So if you want
Mhm.
to look up just pub menu, you can go here, and then it's going to give you kind of some pub ideas. Now, granted, it is more giving you drinks than necessarily food because pub. Um, so you could do that, but you could also, like, if you were just doing Italian, oops, because Italian does not have a B, it has an N, but they're right next to each other.
Mhm.
So you could do, you know, different things like this, and then you can look just specifically. I know, Alicia, drinks are important. So you can do stuff like this. Maybe you want something a little bit more traditional Italian, or
Yes.
um, something that's pizza forward, if you will, type of a something. So yeah, those are options as well. So wanted to let you know that. So do we have a name for our Italian-y pub place?
Okay, here's what I do first. I copy that, like, make a double of that one
Oh,
because
very nice.
I do my poster just like it. So do you want to
Nice.
go back up to the top one now? So we'll keep that one, the second one, the menu, go up to the top one, and we can eliminate some things, like eliminate the money, the price, the food, and the like name of the foods, and yeah, eliminate those, and let's start making our poster.
Oh, I'm learning new
That
stuff too, guys.
literally, that's how I do it. That's why my
I'm learning
posters
new
match
stuff
my menu.
too.
Now,
Okay,
don't get rid of all of those yellow squares, because you might want to use one for something.
gotcha. What about the lines? Do you keep maybe the line pieces?
I keep them until I look until I don't need
Okay,
them.
so we'll
You know
leave
what I
this one
mean?
down here just in case. So
Yeah,
in case we
get
need
rid of
them.
I don't think we'll need that part.
Okay, so
Yeah, get rid of
yeah.
that.
Okay.
Alright,
Um,
so
let's
what
see.
do we
What
wanna
do we
use,
want to
see where
name
it
it?
says food menu? Let's is that could be the font for the restaurant. And
Mm-hmm.
so we need a name,
Let's
guys.
see. What do we want to call it? Book Italia. We write books. It's Italian. Oh, what else could be? None of us have Italian names.
Mm-mm.
Giorgio. I don't know why that's the only Italian name I thought of. That and Aritzia, but I don't even know if Aritzia is Italian.
Yeah, I don't either.
Also,
Oh, so
it's
we're definitely
school.
doing Italian. Okay.
Well,
Um.
we could do Italian. We could do pizza. We could do pub. Although I don't know if you can combine Italian and pub, but we can have. Actually, have gone to a few restaurants that do have like wings and sliders in their appetizers, even though it's
Yeah.
full Italian, and that does not sound Italian. Like they have hot wings and oh, at least he's like Italian is perfect. Go with it. I don't know. This is one of the other things that I will sometimes do if I don't know a name. I will go in here and I will look up really.
Yeah, also, I'm really bad with names. This is why with the Ethereal Falls specifically, I have to give myself something to go off of. Um, to like I need something to start with. Like so because now I'm stuck trying to think of Italian names.
Oh, we could do like a cafe
Oh, I
something.
like
This is like
that.
Cafe Napoli, so we could do like a cafe Italiano or something. Um. Oh, Morgan said Giada is Italian kitchen.
Oh, I like it.
I
Gianna's
like it. Okay,
Italian
so let's do
Kitchen.
that one. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Okay, so we're going to do. And then she's like, I don't know why Giada. Do we want to do like Giada and then Italian kitchen, or do we want to do all of it, or do we want to do? Because I like to mix fonts. So
I
I
do too.
maybe
So like that
will do this as Italian
what's
kitchen,
underneath Gianna? Oh, okay, yeah. I like it.
and then I would maybe,
Mhm.
because it's a name and it's a girl's name, I'd maybe take this and make it some type of fancy font for Giada.
Yeah. So
Is it Giada or Gianna?
Gianna with 2 N's. Yeah. So yeah, I
Um,
would definitely
I'd
make it
probably bring it up,
bigger.
make it bigger. And then I go over here. Let's go into. Ooh, do we want to go elegant or vintage or script or calligraphy?
Let's try let's see what the calligraphy are. Sometimes the calligraphies can be a bit
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
I'm gonna put you on full screen, so I won't be able to see the comments anymore, but that's okay.
Oh, that's okay. I can share them. That's kind of fun. That's kind of small.
That
I
one's a
think
bit
that's
much.
too fancy for that Italian kitchen.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Make that one bigger. Put it maybe
Me
at
too.
50.
Okay. Oh, I think I really like that one with the
I
Italian
like
kitchen.
it. Mhm.
Hold on. I gotta get rid of this part down here.
I wrote those down.
Yeah, this. Okay, so if we did Is that a dot? Oh, I was like, what is that? So if we did something like this with maybe that, get rid of this until we decide.
Yeah,
I like that, guys.
I like it.
I am gonna get rid of this dot thing because I will
Yeah, we
screw
don't need it.
that. I will screw that all types of up. So yeah. So now we know
So
the
I
name. Now I will
yeah,
do something like especially if we're gonna do this, I will copy it. So I'll duplicate it because we know this is gonna
yes,
be the name and bring it down
yep,
here. So
exactly. I
then
do the
that
exact
way
same.
we already have it and then we could just like put it there and then get rid
Yeah,
of
and what she did, guys, is she grouped it. That way, it stays exactly the same.
and then that way. And I'm just gonna put it like right here and we can move
Yeah,
like once
it's
we
good
get
for now.
here, we can move everything where we need it to go. So yeah.
Yep.
So there we go.
All right, so we can. I would say get rid of the word beverage.
Mm. Well,
Just
what happened to the there it goes. I clicked it somehow and it didn't come up with that. Oh no, it did the other one.
I wanted it. Yeah,
Okay, so
we won't be
if
able
you are
undo.
not familiar with Canva, if you click something and it goes away and that's not what you wanted, they do have this undo button right up here. Lovely little thing. Um,
All right,
okay, so now
that's
I know
what we
I
want to
got
do.
the right thing. Okay, there we go.
All right, so maybe move the yellow underneath the Italian kitchen. Maybe we're just playing with design now. We're just
Yeah,
designing the
like
poster.
this is you could have so much fun with this. I'm going to mix that cat really in my face. Uh, I would maybe do something like this to kind of
Oh
accentuate.
yeah, I
The,
like it.
yeah.
I
Um,
like it.
so then that way you have something like that, and then it doesn't kind of do something here. But I would maybe wonder if I could put if I would put this on top of there. I don't know if I really love that. Ooh, but what if you could kind of make that look like it's coming off the G?
Hmm.
I don't know if I love it, but you could do that. Um, so yeah. Uh, oh, Richard. Here's where you could start having fun because maybe you want to bring in like these have fun shapes. So maybe you want to bring this in like here, and maybe you don't want this. So you want this, but you want it over a little bit over here and bring this in. And now let's go over here to elements. And this is where the fun stuff starts. You can look up Italian food.
We gotta throw some pizza in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my pizza.
Oh. Here. Like, and these are I'm just doing free images, guys.
Hmm.
So like that's a one you could
Oh, my
do.
pizza's not a free image, but isn't it cute with all the veggies around
Oh,
it? I
that
like
made it
that.
covered.
Did you go
Uh,
in? Oh, what did it do?
it twisted it because of this
Right,
side
because
of it. So yeah,
the frame is at an angle.
mhm. You could do this because that just fully. Oh, whoa, that
Oh,
takes
some
the whole
pasta.
thing,
Nice,
the
nice.
pasta, and then you could go like that. That's kind of cute, and maybe so you don't. It's cutting off all the way off the edge. Does that make sense? Something like that. You could do that. I kind of like that.
I like it too.
Okay. We could. Now what else do you do on the cover? Because I never do a cover this big. I always do something a little bit smaller.
Mine, yeah, mine's not usually. Mines are usually square shaped.
Yeah.
So, but it's fine. I would honestly, let's see. I would probably get rid of some of the other food. Like, which food do you want to be the
Showcase.
dominant food?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm mostly showcasing the name, one of the foods, and just something that I can pop up. Um, so We can get rid of the milkshake, iced tea, blah blah blah.
Okay.
Yeah, get rid of
So for
that.
the beginning or for the cover, this would probably be about as much as you would do.
Yeah, I might move the Gianna down just a little, maybe,
Okay.
just so she's more
Let me
centered.
get. I'm gonna go ahead and delete all of these fun things.
No, no, put some of the leaves back. Put some of the leaves back.
Oh, oh,
We like the
okay,
leaves. We like the leaves. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Leave those.
okay. She's like, don't get rid of my leaves. We said we bring this down some. Oh, I missed that. That didn't
Where'd
move.
that come? Oh, yeah, yeah. There we go.
I was like, what happened? Where'd it go? What is that? So you could do that. Do we bring this
Yeah,
back up?
that,
Maybe.
yeah, I bring that back up.
Okay.
We can get rid of this extra little yellow line because I don't think we need it. That one, yeah.
This one. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pointing to it with my mouse. You can't see me doing that.
Do we want to maybe bring this up a little bit?
Maybe make it a little bigger. All right. Are we keeping the meat image? Because if we are, we can maybe center that a little bit more.
If we do, I would do something like that.
Yeah. And so that would be like the cover poster or the front of your menu, something like that. But it's an image that I would just use it.
And then I'd probably, if we are going to keep it because we're going Italian,
yeah,
do something like that. And you can always, again, if it's not in the right place, you can hit edit. Thank you. And come over here. And you should be able to, oh, wait, that's not doing the crop thing. Oh, because I have to hit the crop button.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can move it so that it's where you would like it to be.
You can also double tap on that image. So if you click on double tap it,
yeah,
it'll also let you move it around.
So yeah. So maybe something like that will kind of give you the look that you want. Or you could go, what was that other pizza? Oh, that was one you said wasn't a free image.
Yeah, no, it's not free.
No, I don't like that one. And again, guys, oh, that's fun.
Oh, I like that. I like something about that. I like the way it looks.
And guys, you can get lost in here for hours on end. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to do a couple of other little small things.
Yes.
Here's like this would be fun. Maybe like a lasagna.
Oh yeah.
You could do that. Down here, you could do, yes, Canva rabbit hole. You could maybe do that as a pasta. I don't know what this is, but I really want to find out. Oh, just a bunch of noodles. Maybe you could do that.
I like the other thing better. Yeah, I like the other thing better. But do they have any Italian desserts?
Do we have desserts?
Even though desserts is not on here, but that's fine.
Look up Italian. I know how to spell dessert. Don't pay any attention to me. Oh, that one's not free because I was like, that's a cool looking tiramisu. Oh, this is an interesting looking one.
Oh, nice.
Could do something like that. Oh, this is a fun looking one too.
Free tiramisu.
Oh, wait, what is this one?
I feel like I like the tiramisu better.
I was like, that one's not as fun once I looked at it. Really huge. Is that a coffee?
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
I'm like, what is that?
I hope it's chocolate and vanilla because that looks good. I make some.
So yeah, so you could do something like this. You could switch them around because obviously that's a dessert, and generally desserts are at the end. So you could do that and then bring this one down here, or you could switch the pictures, do the lasagna in this one and then do the tiramisu in this one. Either way, whichever one would work for you. And then you could just start playing around, like maybe this you switch them out. Like
Mhm.
appetizers are here, main course is here, and then instead of beverage you have uh whoops to me s's. So I promise y'all I know how to spell this. Um,
Mhm.
and so you could do something like that and then start making up
Yeah.
your names, whatever it is that you want. I'm from St. Louis, so we do toasted ravioli is a huge thing. Is it
Oh,
ravioli or ravioli? Yeah, well, why not? That's a huge thing for us. I don't
we
even
just like
begin
the
to know how to
pizza.
spell bruschetta, but I
Oh,
know
yeah. Yeah, 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 for
maybe
sure.
that's how you spell it. Um,
Uh, Comfy, COMFI, I think.
so there you go. What mozzarella sticks or fried mozzarella? Uh, what's the all I could think of is squid, and that's not it. But it's a sea calamari.
The octo Oh, calamari, I was gonna say the octopus, yeah, calamari.
We are full. Like, if there's somebody who's Italian, I apologize for my spelling. Um, like that's oh, and see, oh, I wasn't too far off. I had an I instead of an A. So thank you, uh, Esther, or no, Alicia with the pitch it. Um, so yeah, so you can do that. You said they were gonna have pizza, so we can have a pizza. Um, fettuccine
Mhm. Gotta do the lasagna.
and spaghetti.
With or without meatballs.
And let's see what else. What's the round
Oh,
things? Stuffed shells,
oh,
maybe?
yeah.
And we're just coming up with random stuff. Y'all can make it whatever it
Mhm.
is. As soon as like me what, and I was like, oh nope, I had the wrong name. Chicken parm would be
Chicken
another one
parm,
that you could put in there. Yep. So you can make it whatever it is, and if you need more space, you can move stuff around. Like if you decide you want to have more
mhm.
than 5 things, you can move things around. You can change it up. You can make it go however you need it to go that works for your brain and puts all your different things in there. You probably wouldn't have 5 desserts unless you know more things than say like tiramisu and cheesecake.
Yeah. And then you could also put your drinks back for those who wanna have their drinks. So
Hmm.
so you your then your drink list would be smaller, but your dessert list would be smaller, so you have plenty of room.
Hmm.
And you can always shrink up your pictures. So, yeah, you
Hmm.
can have some fun with it.
Yeah. And Giada's could be like an amazing place. And then right here where it says, the website, that's why I put my website. Or I'd bring this down here at the bottom and I'd put it down
Mhm.
there. With the website, you
Yeah.
can take out the phone number or like me, go weird and look up area codes for wherever your town is supposed to be. And then I always do that either what is it, 222 or
Oh
555
my
at the
gosh,
beginning.
I just realized I did do that at the Infinity Bar and Grill because I was gonna look for something, and I put, www.vixenfiction.com. I can't believe I even did that. Why did what?
I love that. So
That's
yeah,
wild.
so you could do that. And here's the great thing. Let's say you're doing your whole town. So okay, you've done your Italian restaurant. You can add a page, and now if you wanted to do, like I'm gonna put in a grill, like bar and grill, as
Mhm.
opposed to the pub. Um, and maybe you decide now you want to do this for your bar and grill. Okay, now
Yep.
add that in and then put your name, change up your picture because maybe you don't want steak, maybe you want burgers or
Burgers.
something.
Yep.
So you can come over here and you can go looking for like a really good, ooh, this would be fun. Like that almost
I like that one.
screams,
Yeah, I like that one. Noted. Yep.
pub type of food. So then you could do that. Sorry, Alicia, that there's more fries. Um,
Yeah. Now I'm starting to want fries. This is
I know
crazy.
I'm killing you with the fries. So you could do that. Ooh, this one would be fun too. There's like 18,000 burgers,
Oh,
except I don't love the top of that. But yeah, so you could do something like that. Then let's say you decide you want to have a breakfast place. So you could look up, like a breakfast thing you could do.
oh, I like that. Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. That why does that look just like a breakfast menu from like I mean, it just yeah, it's perfect. Yes.
At least he's like killing me with the fries. So you could do something like this. And the great part about this is that you already got pancakes and waffles and what is that, like French toast maybe?
Yeah.
So there you go. So then you just have to change out
You,
like the names or whatever and
yeah,
like
yeah.
put
Come
your
up with a
name of your
name.
place and then just download all of them or just keep them in here. And then whenever you're writing and you need to go back, you got all of your menus right here. And so you
Yep.
could do it, however it is that you want. And that's the great part about kind of doing it in Canva as opposed to like a lot of the other different places you could go, is that they do have such great kind of templates for you to build with. Um,
Hmm.
and they're really pretty simple to kind of manipulate and make what you want them to be.
You can make your posters, you can make your graphics. Like with the burger one, if you wanted to, you just pull out some of those images and you put your guy and you can do a cutout of remove the background of a guy. Maybe he's got his head down. You know how we do the guys with the head down,
Mhm.
and it's his place. You want to entice the readers, post that up on your social media.
Yeah. So these are like I have a brewery in mind. So I did I'm still working on that menu, but I did like this. So you could look up like bars or
Hmm.
that's a fun one. Look up different things like that and then just look up say like cocktails or something and put them
Hmm.
here. So then you have that and then you have your whole town menus just hanging out for you. I really like this brunch one. I have no place that has
Yeah,
brunch, but I really kind of want to play with that now. I'm like, ooh,
I
this
have
is
a place that has brunch. My Iris Inn. She only serves
well,
like a
yeah, I guess my morning jam place does have brunch,
yeah.
but I didn't think to do like something like this for it. But that's
Yeah. Don't get me started because I can make a
we
whole
will be here all
I
day.
have, like, several towns I can make restaurants and stuff for.
And I
This is
like we're
very
warning you, this
dangerous.
can be a rabbit hole. This can be
Very
a full on rabbit
dangerous.
hole. I have like I'm just going through putting stuff in here because I'm like, ooh, I like this. Ooh, I like this. I have in my Canva like literal just long streams of menus that I like.
Mhm.
Because I'm like, ooh, this could be fun one day. Ooh, what about this one? Ooh, I don't want to lose it. So yeah, you could
Yep.
get full on carried away and just have yourself a ball, just a ball and a half. So yeah, are there questions, ideas, thoughts, comments, things that we can help you with before we go ahead and take off? Did we like this? Like us showing you kind of how we put Notion rabbit holes and Canva rabbit holes, all dangerous rabbit holes.
All dangerous.
Yes, I'm Mama Maggie. Did we like this idea of this interactive kind of showing you what it is and how we put together these type of things? Did we enjoy this? Because we have other ideas that we can put together and do things kind of similar to this that we think might be fun if it's something that you guys enjoy. Esther said very enjoyable. And
Nice.
Alicia said liked it, very helpful. So yeah, we can always do maybe a few more of these. Maybe we can convince Nia to show us how to make those maps. I still want to learn how to make those maps. Because if
I
I
do
show
like too much
you,
from thin air, but there's a lot of different ways to do maps. Maps are just so much fun. So yeah.
I will give you a little sneak peek of yeah, Lisa's like maps, please. I will give you a sneak peek of how, like, you saw Nia's map. Let me show you what mine does.
Your map is gorgeous.
I
Please
went and
tell.
downloaded a map of Oregon and then just put the cities and the mountain.
Nothing wrong with that.
That was the
Absolutely
best I
nothing
could
wrong with
do,
that.
guys. That was the best I could do.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with doing that. If it helps you know where everything is and keep it straight, I love it. I
You
love it.
know? And I like Alicia said, maps, please. And then Esther said, better. Nia, make my map. And then also said, that's a practical take for my map. But I also want Nia's pretty map. I also want Nia's pretty map.
Oh
At
my god.
least she's thinking the same thing. So yes, we all want Nia to make our maps. Like I would love a Bliss Haven map from Nia that had all the pretty fun things. But I will say I don't know, like, doing, like, when I did like the little sketchy, really bad pencil outline of Town Called Christmas, I knew where stuff was. Like I knew
Mhm.
where the tree had to be located, I knew that there was a hill where the mayor and his family lived, but I also knew that there was, um, the other side of town where the other family that could have been in power lived because they couldn't
Yeah.
be next to each other. And I knew like the diner had to overlook where the tree was. I knew the church had to be, across from where certain living areas were, type of thing. Um and Peach Ridge, in some ways, I kind of knew where certain things were also, especially like the homes, because I knew how people had to kind of get to their homes and stuff with the mountains.
Yep.
Listen, I got no clue. I
I know. Just
mean, I know that there's like a
pull out
big
that paper
farm
and
a
just
little bit
scratch it
outside of
out.
town.
Let's scratch it out. I tell people all the time, your map does not need to look good as long as it helps you keep things straight, especially when you're doing either a very long book or a series where you've got a lot of people going a lot of places. You don't want to say the if people, it's just you don't want to be saying that things are one place and then you go to the next book and it's something totally different just because you just couldn't remember. And we're
Mhm.
so busy, we don't have time to read our whole stories over and over again.
Yes,
So
exactly.
make a note, draw out that little paper scrap map. I I swear by them. They're perfectly fine. They don't need to look good if they just help you keep things straight in your head as you got your people moving around town.
Absolutely. And yeah, like I did. That's one of the reasons why I downloaded the map of Oregon and put the towns where they were, because I needed to know. I had said in one of the books that Brexley, which is the city that's kind of the city hub to the small town, is about 45 minutes away from Bliss Haven. So I kind of needed to know where they were, but I knew both towns had to be able to see the same mountain point. So I
Mhm.
had to figure out where they could be in relation to do that.
Yep.
Because Heartland Point is like the mountain, that everybody knows in my stories, or kind of uses as kind of a focal. So yes, I had to know where they were, and I had to know. I know there's Bliss. There's Winter's Ranch, which is like right outside of Bliss Haven. But is it outside Bliss Haven towards Brexley? Is it on the other side? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I
When I
know Bliss Creamery is like a big staple point in town because it's like the tourist attraction. Okay, that's all I got.
Yeah. It's funny because when I do mine, I literally will look at the map and I'm like, Ethereal Falls is in fictional place in Massachusetts. And I'm like, where in Massachusetts are you? So I wedge it in somewhere. It's literally over top of an actual place, but I'm like, imaginary Ethereal Falls, Mysterial County. This is where you're at. So everything else is in relation to that. And
Well,
I
I
did the
will
same
say,
thing. I did the same thing with Ravens Cove, South Carolina. I'm like, fictionally, this is where you're at. You know,
um, my first where Bliss Haven was, and it still might be because I haven't quite shown it to Margaret. But the first time I showed it to Margaret, and I was like, I think it's going to be right here, and she goes, "Well, that's just on top of a mountain." And I went, "Oh," and so then I moved it over. I was like, "It's going to be here," and she goes, "Well, that's on top of Bend, Oregon." And I was like,
it becomes a fictional town around somewhere near Bend, Oregon. If that helps people reference what the region's like, and that's what I do. It's literally these places don't exist, so they are
yeah.
literally going to be on top of something else.
I was like,
But
okay,
maybe not on top of the mountain unless it's a mountain town. Then
right.
it's
So
perfect.
yeah, but she was like, that's like right in the middle. Like in Oregon, we don't have towns in mountains. And I was like, no. She's like, you lived in Colorado. It's okay. Y'all have towns and mountains. And I
She's
think
like,
even
nobody
on one of
lives
her
there.
live streams, I
Nobody
said
lives
something. I
there.
was like, I moved Bliss and I made a new map. It still may be in a mountain. Once more, she's like, well, it's that Colorado side. So I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, we do that. Uh, so, and I love everybody's like, Esther's like, I sort of know where things are, sort
Florida.
of. She was like, I roundabout know where things are. Like Nia has, like it's northeast of like said point. If
Yes.
you go down
You
block,
take this
you go
road,
down
go
this
past the
street,
school.
one block over here, and we're like, I sort of know. I know Grill Down Burgers can't be too far from Bliss Creamery only because that's where they go get food.
Mhm. Yep.
Oh, and I think I just introduced one of the sisters lives down the street some from the family ranch. And the main reason I introduced that, spoiler alert, is because she ends up back at her house with someone and she has them park in her garage because she's like, can't have my family driving past my house and seeing a strange car.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh, Alicia Slay past the large chicken statue, then make a right at the fish meal. Okay, but see, you say this. This is how I give regular directions, like in real life. I'm like, if you get to the light at the McDonald's, you're gonna go past the apartment complex. You're gonna see one more entrance to to a subdivision on your left. So no, this is how I give real life instructions of how to get places. I
Oh
wonder
boy.
if I was like in high school, and I remember I had a birthday party at my house, and my father drew out this really intricate map of like how to get to our house, and put down all the instructions. Like turn on this street and then go down 3 blocks and then here. And people kept calling because they're like, I don't know where I'm going. And I was like, okay, you're gonna go 2 lights past the donut shop and then turn left.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then you turn on this corner, and then you do this. You do every single person I gave instructions to made it to my house.
It's the best way to do it. I was like, I see the donut shop. Turn there. Ah, perfect.
So I was like, dude, and sadly, I was like, and it's a little bit past that liquor store that doesn't card people, and then everybody knew where I was talking.
Like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah, I'm Florissant. I got you. Okay. See, I can say that because we don't live there anymore. So y'all wouldn't, even if y'all knew where Florissant was, you'd be like, ooh, I know where Tiffany is. No, you don't. You can go to the house that I grew up in. That's about the closest you can get. So, guys, we probably are going to go ahead and take off. We will see you next month. I think we're still back to the first Saturday, I want to say, of the month. This one just crept up on us because, beginning of the year, we kind of missed that first Saturday because it was the first day of February. And we were like, hold on, wait, how'd that happen? Uh,
Yeah.
so we should still be back to the first Saturday of the month next month. And stay tuned to find out what we'll be talking about. Uh, Although I will say, you guys gave me a little bit of an idea, but I'm going to talk to Nia about it first.
Ooh.
Um, it was something she said and something you guys said, and kind of played in the head. Do you want to tell people where to find you next, Nia?
Yes, you can find me next over on Twitch. I will be streaming on Monday in the middle of the day, and on YouTube, I will be there Tuesday. I do host Scripting the Book with our good friend Ben Pick and Natalie Locke, and this month we are doing The Color Purple. We watch the movie or movies, and we read the book. So if you want to come hang out with us for that, we're doing Treasure Island coming up and Wicked also. So if any of those things interest you, check us out over at Scripting the Book on my channel, Vixen Fiction.
So here's my problem with Wicked, because I would love to join you guys for Wicked. I love Wicked. I've never read the book, but I wouldn't mind reading the book. But here's my problem with Wicked, is that you guys are probably watching the movie. And because I know this is like the first half, and the
Yes.
second half is coming in Christmas this year, I have a really hard time with watching movies where it's
You want to
split.
watch both parts?
I want to watch both parts
We're
together.
going to torture ourselves. Yes.
And
We
so
are
I'm
here for
like,
the
I
torment.
I have been, it has been like this every time I see something with Wicked, because I want to watch it so bad, and like everybody's loving it so much, and I
Yes.
love, like, I've seen the play, like the stage play. So I was like firmly advocate for Wicked coming to theaters like years upon years. Like before I moved back to St. Louis, I was like advocate for it coming to the theater, and I've been like stalking it for everything. And now it's here, and they divided it, and I'm just like, how dare you?
It's too long. They got
Oh,
the
how
intermission,
dare
man. It's a
you?
1 year long intermission.
I needed to be like, okay, I'm gonna tell this one story, and then we're gonna go. But I need Wicked to be like, there's this book. Don't know who the author is. I'm really trying to think of who it is, and I can't think of it. I feel like it's like Karen Kingsbury, but I don't think that's right. But it's called The Bridge. And so Hallmark optioned it to, and I mean, they made this big, huge thing, like marketing. It was the centerpiece of their Christmas. They do all their Christmassy movies every year. And I don't remember how many years ago this was. It was quite a while ago. But this was like the centerpiece of their Christmas holiday movies, everything. They kept talking about it. And so I was like, I don't know the book, but okay, I'll watch it. Because they were saying it. And okay, it is Karen. Okay. And I remember watching the movie. It plays out for the 2 hours. Something happens at the end, because I don't want to spoiler it. And they cut it. And I don't think they told anybody it was going to be a 2-parter. But then they came up and they were like, watch the dramatic conclusion of Karen Kingsbury's The Bridge coming. And then they said Christmas and the following year, and them Hallmarky folks lost their
You gotta tell
mind.
people.
When I tell you they took to social media and bombarded Hallmark so bad, they ended up releasing that thing for Christmas in July.
You gotta warn people. That's cruel.
They like totally scrapped that idea of it's coming next year. No, that thing came out so bad. It may not even made it to July. I don't remember how fast they put that second one out, but it came out so fast. I looked up and I was like, hey, like it was showing on a repeat. And I was like, how are you repeating? I thought you weren't even coming out until next year. Alicia was one of them. Oh my God. She was like, I was so upset. It would have been different if they would have told us that.
Yes, you gotta tell people.
Oh my gosh.
No, because not everybody
Yes.
can do a half and then wait that long to see the other half.
It
Not
was
even like a part 2, but the other half. It's
it was
different.
great.
Oh,
I
no.
need my Wicked folks to be like them Hallmark people. Bombard them till they bring it out earlier. But I did okay, let's
Oh.
see. Harry Potter, the last one. I waited for that second one to come out in order to watch both the what is it? The what's the last one called?
I don't know what the last one, but it's like source I don't even know what all the names of them are, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That one, Hunger Games. I waited for that one.
Yep. Like,
um,
tell me it's a part 1 and a part 2, and I'm good.
the only one I didn't, and I still regret, I wish that I had of, but it was because I was going with some friends of mine. Deathly Hallows, thank you. And the only one I didn't wait was Twilight. And again, that was because I was going to the theater. Like I had a set of friends. We had gone to see all of them, in the theater. And I still wish I had waited and watched the two together. I just think it's a different experience. So yeah, I don't know.
Mm,
So yeah.
I don't wanna
But we are impatient, JC, because we live in a world where everything is like go, 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 and now, now, now.
right now, right now, right now.
Like that's the best answer I have for you. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it makes a bunch of sense. I'm just saying that's generally how people view a lot of stuff right now. So, oh hi Alice. She said I've been lurking. Hey everyone.
Hi.
So yes. But all right, guys, we are going to take off. We hope that this was very helpful for you. If you guys do maps, Lord, why is that in my head? If you guys do menus of any kind or like banners for your restaurants or anything else, tag us, share with
Logos.
us.
I wanna see those logos if you do logos, whatever you do.
We want to see them, and we're like, yay! So yes, by all means, tag us, share with us, let us be part of your world. Part of your okay. And we're gonna go. So bye. See you next month.
Bye.